the advantage in terms of being outside. The other two live runners in here, the 1 and the 3, play the break, position accordingly. Short price, we've got the short prices covered. What else we got in here?
This horse ran very, very well at Turfway last season, so I would think there's a chance we could see him there unless Tom, elects to take him somewhere else. Somebody could claim this horse for Turfway. Being by American Pharoah out of a Galileo mare, I think some of those higher level claims around the 2 turns, whether it be a mile and a 16th, a mile and a quarter, would probably fit this horse well there in Florence. Moving on now to the number 5 in here. This is Mintastic for the Asmussen clan. This one, second start off of the freshening.
And I didn't really have any excuses last time. A little bit of a forward track there, September 12th.
I think he was just in a little tough.
In a tough spot. I don't know if we've got anything necessarily easier with a little bit of class relief from Barricade and the sharp form of Conquering Cat. Mintastic, hard for me to endorse. It was a little bit of a clunker last time.
Finally, moving on now to the number 2, who will be ridden by Francisco Arrieta. This is Batter Up, first starter of the meet for the Nicolo Troiani barn, who is very capable.
I think Batter Up needs some pace to close into. Big late
I would
kick.
agree.
But it is a 3-year-old. He does have that profile of sort of improving. If we can draw a line through that Keeneland effort, overstatement, laugh now, cry later. I think there's just not enough pace to close into. Arrieta's is going to have his hands full to get this horse in the race, but still save some for that stretch run. So underneath, it makes a ton of sense. If you want to do a chalk splitter, Batter Up could be interesting to come up for that second position. It might be a little bit higher than I would place him in this group, but that would be the only spot that I would recommend in terms of using Batter Up.
Has won 2 of his last 3, but I would maybe be willing to say that he's a little bit better on the turf, potentially, than he is over the main track. But horses getting ready to approach the starting gate coming up here for the opener. Early pick 5 set to start here in race number 1. Over $100,000 already in that pool. 4 minutes coming up until the lid lifter. Good luck.
Post time in a minute. And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time. Waiting for right on, and Mintastic. They're in the gate. And they're off. And Conquering Cat comes out firing. Conquering Cat quickly in front with a circuit to go. Right on, races up to grab second. Mintastic is out of there third, and Barricade from the inside post races up on the inside, tossing the head about and going a little bit wide into that first turn up inside of Mintastic, and now settles down just a bit as Batter Up settles in as the trailer. Conquering Cat, the leader, and the lead's a precise length from right on, who's stalking purposely second. They head to the backstretch run that way, and the opening quarter in 25 and 2/5 seconds. They are creeping and crawling their way down the backstretch. Conquering Cat in no hurry. Right on, also in no hurry, content to stalk outside. And with that, Barricade and Mintastic get closer, third and fourth, as the pack tightens up, and Conquering Cat is given a nudge to pick up the tempo past a half-mile pole. Batter Up still trails, 5 lengths off the lead. Here's the half. It's 50 and 1/5 seconds. Right up alongside of Conquering Cat. And the cadence really quickens now as they round the far turn head and head. And Barricade comes off the rail from third. Spinning Mintastic 4 or 5 wide fourth. Batter Up under pressure at the back in fifth. Top of the stretch. Right on is up for a short lead. Conquering Cat trying to move with right on. And Barricade third and starting to lift a bit. And Batter Up is starting to pick it up as well. But right on, darted clear by 3 at the 8th pole. Barricade and Batter Up will chase right on, right to the wire. Right on first by nearly 3. Barricade, Batter Up, and Conquering Cat will settle for fourth. Number 4, right on first, 1 Barricade second, 2 Batter Up third, 3 Conquering Cat fourth. Not official. by Galileo, owned by Maggi Moss, trained by Tom Amoss, and the winning rider, Jose Ortiz. Right on, right on. Hertrick III, 144.25 was the final time. Match number 1, a late workout for the 2 Indiana, 47.6 furlongs on October.